Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning Market Update. I am Jennie at Century 21 Prestige Realty, and this is episode 26. We have made it through the first half of 2020, so congratulations to everyone. This has been a very, very interesting year, a very interesting second quarter. And we're gonna go over some of that information here. I hope you all had a great fourth. We had a float in the parade here in Cedar City, and it was really fun. I think everybody was just excited to get out and see other humans and celebrate our independence as a country. I'm gonna get sappy for just 1 second here, because one of the things that being in the real estate industry that is so important, and I see it over and over and over again, is the importance of home ownership in attaining that American dream and building families and building the community. It was very, very cool to see everybody in the community come out for the 4th. So I hope you had a great weekend. Let's look at what's kind of coming at us this week, what you need to know for all your real estate questions and needs this coming week. All right. 151 active residential properties. So we're holding steady on our inventory. That's good. Median list price is $294,900, so $294,900. Interesting, our pendings are way up, okay? Our pendings, which means properties that are under contract, haven't sold yet, going through the process of appraisals and inspections and so forth. 257 of those. That's up 20% just since the 1st of June of this year. So our pendings are really indicating a strong real estate market. There's a lot of activity happening, lots of transactions. So really a good market for our area if we just had a little bit more inventory. But I think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna be okay. Solds, okay? In the past 12 months, we are ticking along at 895 sold residential properties with a median sales price of $237,250. Not a big change at all there. In the past 6 months, our 6-month numbers, 431 residential sales, and that number did pop up just a little bit. You remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about we just barely got above 400, and now we're up to 431, which again is an indicator that our market there's just a lot of market activity happening right now. So 431 sales in the last 6 months with a median sales price of $235,750. If we look at the first half of 2020 and compare it to the first half of 2019. I just thought this was really interesting, and I want to share it with you. There were, in 2019, there were 419 residential properties sold. The median sales price was $220,000. In the first half of 2020, there were 432 homes sold with a median sales price of $235,000. So what that means is that even though there was this economic impact from the COVID, there was a shutdown, there was really a hiccup in the economy as a whole, there were 3% more homes sold in our market in 2020 than in 2019. And sales prices are up about 6%. From 2019, first half of 2019 to the first half of 2020. So I just thought that was kind of some interesting local information. Our market is doing pretty well. If you are interested in knowing what your home might be worth in our market, reach out. I'd love to be a resource for you and just get you some information. Let's talk about what else is happening in our market. Mortgage rates have reached an absolutely stunning all-time low. Again, heading into the July 4th holiday weekend, according to the latest data released Thursday by Freddie Mac, The average rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage was 3.07%, down from 3.13% the week prior, and down from 3.75% a year ago at this time. So I know I keep saying this, but this is just unbelievably historically low interest rates, and that's a big part of what is driving our market right now. Is it's just so inexpensive to borrow money. Now, the ability to get a loan, we've talked about this before, has changed a little bit. Your credit's got to be just a little bit higher, and the regulations as far as getting a loan have tightened up just a little bit. But if you are able to qualify, the interest rates right now are just crazy low. So if you need to talk to a local lender, let me know. I can get you with somebody here who's got access to some great loan programs. I wanted to kind of pivot a little bit today and talk about kind of some stuff that's happening in our local economy. We've talked about the impact of, local restaurants, hotels, and so forth. And I want to give this community a shout out. I was in a meeting the other day, and it was reported that the restaurant tax revenue is up. And so I think this community answered the call when we started talking about eat local, shop local. We did really well. The transient room tax is down just a little bit, so our hotels are not filling up like they were, but I think there's some things in the works. But kudos to this community for stepping up and answering that call. And I want to kind of segue that into how people are changing the way they vacation. There's a shift happening in the way people are getting out of town. More people are driving, and vacation rentals are surging, okay? Vacasa, which is a company that manages vacation rentals, reports that bookings in May were up 58% compared to January of 2020. So surging interest in people wanting to purchase a secondary or vacation home. People travel 27% less distance to go on vacation. So people aren't flying internationally right now. People are staying a little bit closer to home, but they still want to get out, have a family vacation, and they're staying in Airbnbs, VRBOs, vacation condos, vacation homes. They want to stay within 500 miles of home, a place that's, sort of an easy day's drive. Now, with our location, of course, near national parks, all of the great hiking and biking and outdoors things to do here, I have seen a surge locally in vacation rental purchases. And so I wanted to bring you this information. A property manager that I work with in Bryan Head said that they were completely 100% full over the July 4th holiday. And you probably felt it too if you are driving around. I think we did have a lot of people from surrounding states that are shut down that are coming into southern Utah because it's an easy drive and there's lots of cool stuff to do here, which we like it when people come and spend their money here, of course. I'm going to give you some stats on Bryan Head because we don't talk about Bryan Head very often, but it is such a gem. It is such an asset to this area. So in Bryan Head right now, there are 71 active residential listings. And historically, we've been closer to about 100 or so. So the inventory in Bryan Head is down just a little bit as well. The median list price in Bryan Head is $160,000. But you guys, there's properties there in the $50,000 to $60,000 price range. And so if you ever have been curious about owning a vacation rental as opposed to your regular long-term rental, Bryan Head might be kind of a good entry market to get into because you can get studios or one bedrooms in that like $50,000 to $70,000 price range. So as far as historical sales in the last 12 months in Bryan Head, there's been 114 residential sales, that's condos and cabins, and the median sales price in Bryan Head is $148,000. In the previous 12 months, there's been 144 sales, and the median price was $130,000 there. So you can see prices are going up just a little bit. The number of sales is holding kind of steady. They were hit a little harder on that secondary home market, but it has absolutely come surging back. So that is your Monday morning market update for today. I'm Jennie Hendricks at Century 21 Prestige Realty. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. Let me know if I can be a resource for you. I'd love to help. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.